We have with us in the studio Echefu Samson Chidozie, the founder of Dato Sam's Recipe.
This is a borrowed name from the Malaysians, and it means Chief Dato.
We learn something new every day. Welcome to Voice of Nigeria.
I'm the founder of Dato Sam's Recipe. Like I mentioned earlier on, Dato is the name they call chief in the Malay axis of the Southeast Asia, where I studied. And it inspired me a lot to go into agribusiness after spending my time as a student abroad. And then one of the reasons why I ventured into agribusiness is because of the protein deficiency faced in Africa, which affects the brain growth and the general well-being of young Africans and young Nigerians. And then we being the future of the entire globe, especially in the area of agriculture, I believe the youth is the right time for us to come into agriculture. And then that is one of the reasons why this initiative was founded, to help also focus on food processing. That's my major anchor in the area of food, agriculture, and business.
What unique opportunities do you believe agribusiness offers to young people today that other industries might not provide?
So building on the foundation laid by my colleagues, as you know, women are the main drivers of agribusiness. If you go to any market, you find out that women are the ones who are more in the market, not only in the churches. Okay, so also in the farm, women, most of them. So, and they're the most vulnerable. Why I mentioned the women is because the vulnerable ones are the ones who suffer down the food chain line, whereby the woman who is pregnant is giving her husband 3 pieces of meat while she's eating one because she respects her husband, and then the child is eating half egg because they think he's still a growing. So, but those mentality, we need to kill them. So that's one of the reasons why I ventured and I focused on the protein area. Because if you notice, down to the area of the expeditions where the British, the Europeans, they came for these products. To the extent that I found out, we can also grow this in one world, the other, the granules and the palm. And they started taking them to other nations, even down to Malay. They were the ones who took all these things. So it's time for we Africans to look within, within ourselves. And the youths are the ones
to drive that.
And so that's the major aim. And then it all boils down to the sustainable goal of the whole world. Like they say, the SDGs or so, where they say they want food availability and also sustainability. So that's the major thing.
All right, thank you so much for that, Echefu. So how can we inspire and motivate more young people to consider careers in agribusiness, especially those from urban areas? Because honestly, from my personal experience, I will say I'm encountering a lot more young people who are living in the cities wanting to go into farming. But there are a lot of people who also testify that it's not really a big thing out here. We are more driven towards tech. Things that you might get immediate gratification for compared to, going into farming, which of course we know is a venture that requires you to have a lot of patience and perseverance. Yes. So how can we inspire and motivate young people with this mindset?
For example, we take advantage of the social media space. We post our works. This inspires them, it ignites them. But with the change in economic outlook, people are now looking towards how they can have basic food. Before, you have to travel to some states to get some basic kind of food, but now people are growing them within their space. So the urban farming is something that we need to really, really focus on right now. We can grow goats. We have varieties of goats in Ibadan, in Owerri, in different places. So if the youth can look towards this, I believe it's going to be a driver for economy. And it's a good thing that the current dispensation, our president, His Excellency Tinubu, he seemed to be talking about agriculture. So if he is looking at that area and seeing that it's something that we must venture into, why not with the youth? Even before he became a president, I studied him and I found out he was worth over $4 billion. So if this man who's worth over $4 billion is looking towards agriculture, then why not myself who is still coming up? So the youth needs to look there. And then why I'm hitting on this is that the tech person, like you mentioned, we still go and eat. Most of the people that make more money are the restaurants, people.
Very true.
Down to the liquor they drink, for those who still do alcohol. The alcohol is also food processing, no matter how you want to look at it, because you have to ferment it, you have to grow these barleys and whatever you use for your beers and for the spirit. So we really, really need to buy into this. And most of our people who are doing the Japa thing and going to Canada and everything for tech, they are doing heavy agriculture. As a matter of fact, we buy most of our grains from them because we cannot meet up.
You can't meet up.
In their countries, they have, like for example, now we are in the rainy season where you can find roasted corn, fresh corn in our terrain right now. But in their country, you find this all year round. You don't need to wait for rainy season, like she mentioned that it's some food that's seasonal.
They're seasonal, yes.
But there they find, okay, they can say, okay, now we're in Calabar. Calabar people can grow this during this period of dry season, what they call dry season farming. If the droughts now come, they go to other places
Other
where,
areas where
crop rotation, state rotation, the government can look into that. And why I keep hitting on the youth is that we are the ones that have the energy, the initiatives to also bring in the tech aspect of it. It's one that our youth must look deeply into, so as to come out from youth unemployment, because like she mentioned, we are all farmers. So whether we are working or not, if we are working in a place where we're earning 80,000 naira, we will not be here. But because we are independent to an extent, we have the flexibility to do other things and also do agriculture and also eat and look healthy. So it's a good one that we as youth must really focus on.
Okay. Now, considering the discussions put forth, it's crucial to recognize the significant role that young people play in transforming the agricultural sector through innovation, entrepreneurship, and technology. Let's remember, agriculture holds the potential to be the new driving force of our economy. It's the new oil.